Imagine a world where the impacts of global warming aren't just headlines, but our daily reality. Today we explore 10 alarming news stories that bring the consequences of climate change right to our doorstep. First up, wildfires are scorching the earth, from Australia to California. These fires are more intense than ever, fueled by drier conditions and rising temperatures. This isn't normal. It's a direct response to our warming planet. Next, our ice caps are melting at breakneck speeds. Places like Greenland and Antarctica are losing ice 6 times faster than they did 30 years ago, pushing sea levels higher and threatening coastal communities worldwide. And then, there are the floods. Countries from Germany to China are experiencing floods of historic proportions. These aren't just random events, they're worsened by the changing climate, displacing thousands and wreaking havoc on economies. Turning to our oceans, coral reefs, the rainforests of the sea are bleaching at an unprecedented rate. Warmer seas stress these vital ecosystems, jeopardizing marine life and the billions of humans relying on them. Deserts are expanding too. Increased evaporation and less rainfall mean more land is becoming arid, disrupting agriculture and displacing populations, a phenomenon pushing us towards a food crisis. In the Arctic, wildlife is at a tipping point. Polar bears and other species face shrinking habitats and a dwindling ice cover, their very survival hanging in the balance. Health risks are escalating as well. Heat waves are more frequent, and diseases like malaria are spreading to new regions. It's the vulnerable populations who suffer the most. Despite global calls for action, carbon emissions reached a new peak last year. The main culprits? Fossil fuels and deforestation, underscoring the critical need for a shift to renewable energy. Fortunately, there's a silver lining. Investments in renewable energy are climbing, offering hope through solar and wind power, key warriors in the fight against global warming. Lastly, the rise of climate activism is impossible to ignore. From street protests to global movements, voices are uniting, demanding change. These stories aren't just news, they're a call to action. The time to respond to global warming is now, not just to save our planet, but to secure a future for generations to come.